Want to be a star, don't you?
What you guys use Get Glue?
I don't know what that is.
It's like a check-in type of program, but for it's like for anything like books, movies, games, music, and like it always like messages you the app like what's trending. So it's like so many people are watching this right now. Why it wouldn't? I expect because it said like Get Glue, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a thing about like 5 million people are watching The Walking Dead. No, 184 people are watching Finding Bigfoot. What are you watching? Like all 184.
Finding Shamu.
Yeah. Let me put this ghost article.
We good?
It's you, right?
Yeah. We good? Good.
Fucking Marissa.
Yes, I am. That's awesome.
It's your two favorite things, Nicolas Cage and bunnies. Oh, more of a bunny protector. That face is awesome.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you listen to this. It is Thursday. Yeah. I'm going. Doing it. Trucking. At the table, we have
Koopa
and
Justin Shen.
and
Brian Lee.
all right. Do you want to start with your?
The brief Ghost controversy thing. The new Ghost controversy.
Yes.
We just watched the video for the new Ghost song, Year Zero. Fucking awesome. That song is fucking amazing. This album's going to be the best fucking metal album of the year.
Yes.
By far. They're my favorite. They're probably my favorite band right
Early
now.
predictions in.
Yeah.
Best album of the year.
The controversy, though, is I got an email from Amazon because I pre-ordered it a month and a half ago. I got the notice from Amazon saying this album's release has been pushed back a week. And I'm like, what the fuck, to April 16th. It was supposed to be on the 9th. They just put out the story today. The album's being pushed back because the deluxe version of the album can't find a manufacturer who will print the CD for them. Because it's like so ridiculously like blasphemous, I guess. They said they've had no problem printing the regular version. They've had no problem in Europe getting the deluxe version printed in Europe for the European audience. They've had no problem getting the vinyl pressed for the deluxe edition with the same artwork. Yeah. But they can't find a distribution and printing company in America. They've tried 5 different places that will print the artwork on the cover. Not the cover, but the CD itself.
Yeah.
And some of the imagery in the booklet, I guess. Because the way I guess it works is the imagery in the booklet is every single song has its own page, and then they have like a old-style wood etching type of picture depicting the song next to it to tell a story. And then the cover, they describe... Actually, there's like a picture of it on here. And it's like not that bad to me. But it's pretty much like a fucking like satanic orgy with like a priest like reaching for an upside-down cross on it. But I guess they can't.
Why don't they just call Children of... not Children of Boom. Why not Cradle of Filth, man?
Well, right. And that's what I'm thinking. It's like those guys have put on some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
But they're saying like they're having a problem getting this printed right now. And they're cool with it because they're like, well, blah, blah, blah. Skimming through the article's on spin.com, Spin Magazine. Yeah. Posted the article this morning, actually. I read it. Blah, 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 blah. We keep getting turned down because the CD art, which is basically a 16th century illustration of an orgy. They kind of explain it. It said, even though the booklets have all been printed, the band struggled to find the states to print the CD for them. They weren't surprised, they said. Well, I thought this would have happened sooner, the band. The guy in the band said, with our shit. The artwork was meant to provoke some sort of thought, but it's been one obstacle after another for this album, I guess. So I guess there's a bunch of like fucking prudish like my friend put it perfectly. He's like, either Americans are way too prudish or Ghost is the best publicity machine ever. Yeah. But yeah, so the Ghost album's pushed back a week because they said they can't find an American printer that will print the 16th century satanic orgy for them. Which is, I'm so excited to get my hands on that CD.
I don't know. Printing is so hit or miss. Like the problem is it tends to be all smaller, but you know what I mean. It's all,
Yeah.
Can't even explain it well. I've gotten turned down for printing for the Death Maidens calendar we made. I got turned down.
Well, because no matter what, someone has to physically handle.
After they took my money, they took my money and then denied me, and then I had to go back and I had to wait like 5 days for the money to go back in my account.
It's your money and you need it now.
Yeah, exactly. I was living, man. Don't ever go to Alpha Graphics in St. Charles or where's the other one? He owns both of them, but he's a big fucking tool.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck that.
But that's the issue I was thinking of. I was like, why the fuck wouldn't a printing company print whatever the fuck they're being paid for? But then I thought about it down the line. I'm like, you know what? Because I worked for a printing company, and through the line, like it was granted, it's not CDs, it's credit cards and shit. It was, but down the line, someone handles it every step of the process. Someone has to print that. Someone has to be handling that CD from point A to point B at some point in the process. Yeah. And like I guess I can understand like, if you're printing out like a satanic orgy, and someone that works there is very religious, and they see that, they can refuse to work.
Well, tell them to take off that day or something.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like I guess
the
like,
money's got to be great. I couldn't imagine.
Well, then, I'm sure. Why couldn't they sue the company? Then they could sue the company for like, well, religious discrimination. I had to print this. Yeah. So it's like stupid, but at the same time, it's well, because if it's a satanic thing, and you're a hardcore like religious person, and you disagree with that, and you tell them your disagreement, like I can't print this. I don't want to handle this because it's very against my religion. And they say, well, then you're not printing this job. Go home. Then you're being like religiously discriminated against almost because your religion is the
Print
reason
that
you
job, and he'll do this job.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? Who knows how it works?
Yeah. I can't imagine that all these places are not doing it though. That's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, Ghost is obviously very satanic.
Yeah.
That is their big thing. Like brilliant songwriting and ultra Satan.
Ultra Satan,
which is like part of their gimmick though too.
Yeah.
If you listen, like it's not 100% confirmed. The singer of Ghost and the guy who writes all the music is Tobias Forge, this Swedish musician. It's not 100% confirmed, but it's pretty confirmed because the Nameless Ghoul writing credit for the first album is in the Swedish copyright archive as being copyrighted by Tobias Forge. Nameless Ghoul is copyrighted, so everyone's pretty sure it's him. Yeah. And his band Subvision, which is like just more of an indie rock band, they have moments where it is Ghost. Yeah. Like you can tell in the voice and the music. So obviously the Satanism is either genuinely how he feels, or it's just his gimmick, which is an awesome gimmick, for him to kind of do the way he's done.
Right.
But I mean, controversy, I don't know. Maybe they're just building the fucking controversy and playing the Marilyn Manson machine, kind of.
Yeah.
Did
I talk about that fucking smoke bomb thing at all last week?
No.
You can go ahead and I'll get back to that.
Well, I was just gonna bring up religion, but religion in general. Like, have you ever heard of Derren Brown?
Yeah.
Anybody?
No.
Derren Brown is I don't know where he's from specifically.
England,
but he's it's not quite. He's not like a magician or an illusionist. He.
I think illusionist is the word he uses.
Okay, so he calls himself an illusionist, and he's had a TV show throughout, but he's got one specifically on religion. But let me give you his precept, his little bit of a background. I started freaking out watching his shit because
it's awesome.
It's awesome. Like when he was a kid, and he's done this. He showed you how he's done this before. He used to pay with money, with paper, and he would get people to believe that it was money when he was a kid. So he'd buy shit with paper, and they would believe it was money. Like he's got one episode where he went to the racetrack and
the horse races.
Yeah, he went to the horse races, and he's got losing tickets, but by suggestion and by how he plants things in people's minds, they were taking it and paying him out like he had won.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could do that.
And what other good ones? Did he do the one where there was a zombie video game and like they made
the screen flashes
and then they put him in then after the person passed out they actually brought him into like this paintball environment where it's all black.
Video game in like a warehouse building.
Yeah, so it made it like when they woke up.
So basically, it was an arcade cabinet, and they must have had to find something that's susceptible to hypnosis.
Right.
But basically, through a series of sounds and flashes, they were able to hypnotize the person playing the game.
Yeah.
So when he, obviously he didn't pass out because he would have, nailed his head.
Yeah.
But, he was, must have zoned out enough where they could, move him. They brought him to this warehouse where they basically recreated the game. And they put him in there.
It was like zombies and shit.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
But that was insane because, in the video, it's nuts because he's walking through... And, he doesn't realize what's going on. Then he, shoots the first zombie and they fall. But then that was the craziest part at the very end.
Yeah.
There's, a little girl, crying for help. And she's like, help me, help me. He's like, ah! Just, fucking capping her, laughing.
Yeah.
Which is whoa, dude. That's really how you, treat that, you just shot this little girl a shit ton. But, it was pretty crazy. But, at the very end of that, right? They surround, the zombies, surround him and then they put him under again.
Right. And he's had several TV shows. One was, Trick or Treat. And, if he would either do they did something at the beginning, and if they won it, he would do something really nice for somebody. If he lost it, he would kind of play a trick on them. And like there was one where this older woman, he trained her to how to read people in 1 day or 1 or 2 days, how to read people at poker. And she never played poker before. He taught her the game, and then he had her sit down with a table full of professional like World Poker Tour professionals.
Yeah,
and she came in second place on a bad beat. Like she had the better hand out of the two, and she knew that he's bluffing, but he rolled it on the river.
Yeah,
crazy shit. Okay, so now let's get to now. He has these TV shows where he kind of goes into depth of certain different topics. Religion was one of them. And what he did in this whole episode, first it was neat because he told people like, oh, we're not airing right now. I just want to show you, this is like a satanic ritual Bible. It's from this century. And I know there's a lot of people in here that don't have faith. There's a ritual in here of protecting yourself in your life, but you're giving your soul for the remainder. Anybody willing to do it in here? And the guy came up and did it, and I'm like, yeah, this is why this show doesn't air in America.
Yeah.
But the whole show was was about him converting an atheist to becoming religious, and he did that, and he was trying to explain that religious phenomena. It's hardwired into our brain to want to believe that, and he breaks it down, and then he actually converts an atheist into being religious for like a week, and then he's like, I got to tell you that, this is how I did this.
Yeah.
Like, I did this, you know what I mean? But it was amazing. Like, if you see it, like, he built it up to a 15-minute conversation, and he has like things, like he would think things through, like if he was talking to her about, a certain subject, he might tap the table, and like he would move his hands in a certain way or like open them up to him.
Are you doing this to us right now, Krupa?
No. he would do subconscious kind of subliminal shit to get people to do it, and this chick, like, literally, it was amazing. It when you filmed it and you saw it, it was like she had a it was like she had this religious, like, divine experience in the church.
Yeah.
And he built this up in 15 minutes. It was fucking amazing. This guy is phenomenal. Like, he's just a mental fucking genius.
Yeah.
A mental hacker.
A mental hacker. I don't know if we ever talked about him before. I think his name is Dr. James Randi. Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I think so.
He was
he's known as the Amazing Randy.
Yeah. But basically,
is he a comic?
No, basically,
that's the Amazing
Jonathan. but basically, he would go on like these TV shows back in the day, and he would, through like physics and just kind of through science, he would disprove all these people who claim to be like psychics and like people who would say they have like telekinetic powers,
right?
And it was just awesome. Like there was like this one guy who, like, he said he could, by moving his hands like this, he could flip pages. Because first the guy would come on, who's trying to fool everybody. He would do all of his things, and then through experiments, he'd be like, okay, this is why it wouldn't work. So like the first thing, the guy, he said he could move pages just by passing his hands over it.
Right.
He's like, okay, do that again while wearing this microphone, to prove that you're not just blowing, you know. And then the other one, I forget how he did. The guy who said he had telekinetic powers, he would set a spoon at the end of the table, and he said he could move it. And I forget how he did that.
No, with
Magnets?
At least if we're thinking of the same guy, there is a psychic medium, whatever, I'm using air quotes, who said he could bend spoons.
Yeah.
Just kind of by wiggling it like this. So you can say the rest.
Well, yeah, but basically, it was just. I mean, it was just by if you rub it enough, it heats up and it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because basically, he figured out that they would just bend it beforehand, so it's super weak. So when you'd warm it up, it would just bend.
Well, there's that thing that you can do with a paper clip, or with a paper clip, you bend it to whatever shape you want to shape it to, and then you just heat it up with a lighter for a while, and then you bend it back to the way you want it, but as soon as you heat it up again, it instantly goes back to the shape you heated it up in.
Huh.
You can do that with a paper clip. You know, like bend it into a square, heat it up really hot, like over the stove flame or something like that, and then let it cool, and then bend it back. And as soon as you put a flame under it, it's like square.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But,
it's just science. Like, not that I know science, but like
it's just science.
But science.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was scared. So people should check out like the Amazing Randy. Yeah, the Amazing Randy. I think his name. I think it's like
The
James
Amazing Randy.
James Randy. I think is. His
Did they ever make that documentary? I know there was a Kickstarter for it
I
months
don't
ago.
know if they did or not.
I gotta make notes on these guys, so
Yeah.
check them out tonight.
Another thing, and it's not quite on topic of illusion, but I guess there's a TV show called Bullshit. Has anybody heard of this?
Yeah,
Penn and Teller.
Okay, you guys know about this. Okay, never mind. We can move beyond this.
So maybe the listeners don't.
Well, I don't know much about it beyond like I was going to say.
Oh!
Well, Matt was talking to me about. He's like, "Dude, this show's awesome. You got to check it out." Like, basically, they take what is it like? They took the Boy Scouts of America and kind of broken down, who their biggest benefactor is, how, and really how discriminatory they are, and yet they're still government funded.
They did it with PETA too.
With
With PETA and Christianity, and
Yeah, they've done a few religious
They've
ones.
had a shit ton, but they're all fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Penn and Teller are the shit. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Penn's got a pretty good podcast.
Does he?
Yeah,
Check it out.
Penn Sunday School.
Teller doesn't talk.
Yeah, it's just mostly him ranting. I don't know. Sometimes his voice can just be. His laugh is kind of a bit much. Sometimes like like kind of like that. It's just like oh fuck, dude. Because he's a very boisterous, person.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, he is a big guy. But yeah. I mean, if we have time, I have a couple things that I want to talk about.
About actually 5-6 minutes ago.
Okay, cool. Well, that'll be enough for this one story. Okay, so I mean, there must be some things missing from this article, or maybe it just has to do. Well, I'll get into it. Man wins dumpling eating contest,
okay.
then dies.
No.
So, but here's what I don't get. So it was in the Ukraine. They had a dumpling eating contest. But what I mean,
Those Ukrainian dumplings, man. That's the problem. You don't know about Ukrainian dumplings?
you're amazing, right?
Eris 2.
But I mean, because I'm just like looking at their picture of dumplings, and they don't look like that, like ginormous. I mean, well, the first thing I think of is you eating all the pot stickers that you ate, but I know that's something different.
I can
But
see him dying then.
but like,
Well, are those the actual pictures from the competition, or is that just some stock
I think it's
photo?
probably some stock photo. But let's see. Yeah, in the Ukraine, they had a dumpling eating contest to find. Oh, maybe that's why. To find the person who could eat 10 of the dough balls the most quickly.
Oh, no.
And I guess
choke.
well,
He won though, right?
well, yeah. Actually, so yeah, I guess it went horribly wrong when the 77-year-old champion keeled over and died.
Oh, come on. The amount of variables going into this, like, working against the guy is just like...
His heart just exploded.
Like the first quote that they have from like a witness is, "The old man got sick and fell to the ground." But yeah, I mean, maybe it's just because he's like the combination of him being so old, not so old, but old, and just eating a shit ton of dumplings.
very quickly.
Stress,
In a
competition.
high-stress scenario.
Usually stuffed with mushrooms, potatoes, or cherries.
Those sound very good.
Filled with potatoes.
What did he eat? The potato cons?
I don't know.
So what's the difference
I
between a
guess he-
pierogi and a dumpling?
Oh wait, I guess he ate 10 of them in half a minute.
Ooh.
Oh,
Maybe yeah. So
Did he choke?
Wait, 10, math, hold on. 10 in 30 seconds?
That's like every 3 seconds he
Yeah.
choked on a dumpling. Like, he was just like...
swallowing them?
Like, poking in that shit.
The prize was a jar of sour cream. This can't be real. Unless the Ukraine is that backwards.
Maybe it was like the really good sour cream. Oh, you know that Ukrainian sour cream? That's fucking bizarre.
Everything's better in Ukraine, man.
Oh, wait, is it April Fool's Day yet? April Fool's
Not
Day?
yet. No. What's the date of that article? What's it dated?
September 22nd.
Oh.
Oh, you,
All right.
Ukraine Fool's Day?
Yeah. Duh. Yeah.
I don't know. What?
No.
No. We have a soundboard for that.
We should have done something stupid for April Fool's Day.
What? No.
We'll just post the same episode twice. I got
We'll have to like record an episode backwards.
Just play back Monday's episode backwards and put it up there in reverse.
No, what we wait, is this Thursday's or Friday's episode right
This
now?
is Thursday.
This is Thursday, yeah.
Oh, okay. What we should do is just record random like sayings, and then I'll reverse them and put them randomly in Monday's episode.
Oh, very good.
Nice.
So like, we should say like "Hail Satan."
Yeah. Like even goofier shit, like don't eat too many dumplings.
Should we all say Hail Satan right now?
Not taste.
No.
No, we say it reverse. I'm gonna reverse that anyway.
I
to see what it
know.
sounds like.
Do it in your like your chantiest voice.
Nets hat. Yeah.
That's how.
That reminds me of the day I was trying to say all our names backwards. So like,
Yep.
I was trying to do Liz time. It's Sizzle. Wait, Liz. That's Sizzle.
Yeah, because you just like walk around the house, and you're just like,
Ryan Lee. Aaron. Right? Nerdy Aaron.
But
Brian. You
gotta like wind up to it. It's like,
It's the worst like superhero like shout ever. You ready to go? I'm ready.
Justin. Sure. Justin.
What?
No, Justin. Knit. Yeah. Just.
Sure.
Yeah, just. That's you.
Yeah, you're putting like so many weird like breathing out, like
Well, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah. You're like
Justin. Yours. Should we all say Hail Set right now so we can put it in an
in a
episode?
very like chanty voice though.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's gonna be reversed anyway, so it's gonna sound fucked up anyway.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Hail Satan.
Why don't you go through and just say like Beelzebub? I'll do it.
What?
Beelzebub.
What are you doing?
Say
Are
Beelzebub.
we saying? Are you?
We can all do it.
So we're saying Beelzebub?
Yeah.
Go ahead and count us off.
Why are we doing that? We should be like Weird Al Yankovic.
Alpha brain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Subliminal message in our shit in
Yeah.
there.
Go ahead.
Alpha Brain?
Yeah.
Alpha Brain Beelzebub. Alpha Brain.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Alpha Brain.
On
On
it.
it.com. It sounds ridiculous.
On it.com. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
On it.com.
And we should probably wrap this episode up.
We should do the Be Right Back in reverse when we for the episode.
Derb.
You should
So we'll
reverse that.
so we'll say
Like,
it normally.
Yeah,
and I'll-
Be Right Back.
Drib. Drib.
Oh right, I gotta do it.
Tur. Drave. Turcob. I don't know.
What?
I was working on it. Shut your face.
It's a work in progress. I'm an artist.
Drave. Turcob.
Cub.
We'll be right back.
Hey.